Oh, so let's start recording. How we doing? I mowed my face again. In between last time and now. Yeah, so last time we started on these, which I should actually demolish this one because it's just going to eat up modules for no reason. Or better yet, take away that, we tell you to not grab modules. Oh, and apparently we're going to delete all the pipe. Anyway. Fine. Fine. I did actually change this up a little bit as well. The stations are in line, so I moved the plastic part over. I'm not actually sure if I need this double-sided or single-sided. Like, it's nominally the width of the train, and oh yeah, I also tweaked it so it wasn't beacon aligned in a few places. But yeah, and it's also off by a tile now, unfortunately, unless I move the entire build. Can I move the entire build over a tile? Left a tile? Probably could. I mean, it would destroy a little bit of oil, but I could move it left a tile. Might be filed under future me problems for now. Anyway, yeah, there's a few little tweaks to it just to clean it up. There was one other thing. Oh look, modules are arriving by the ones. Another thing I did was tidy up this thing. So I actually have a blueprint prepared, which has one train stop which does everything, and less combinators, a lot less combinators. Reason for using plastic instead of belts? Yeah, just space. I wanted the self-contained build that did it all. Just gonna wait for this train to get out of the way. You can just go stay there. I don't have the train's actual colour. Kind of important. Yeah, so I spent yesterday fixing this thing up. Unfortunately, I saved it into game blueprints, not my blueprints. When I made the first version, there was actually a better one than this one. There we go. And then we can just delete this one. 147, 137. Oh, apparently I made it the same, just purely by accident. Or at least close to. And you. And you. Don't need no chests clogging up the inventory. Yeah, there's quite a bit going on in this thing. It's actually... Yeah, this one actually does the comparison on the filter inserter. So it actually does what it should. I'm not actually sure what it's trying to supply over to here too. I think it might still be calling for... Is it? I mean, it's not demanding any. It might actually be... Oh, there's speed modules in there. I don't know why it's got two. Oh, those are the... Oh, these are the commoners. So yeah, it's trying to get speed modules because this is straight out of the other Megabase, which has no problems supplying speed modules. We need to get rid of that. Bye, train. Yep, it just wanted speed modules. Now that we've also... Now that we've got the plastic done, it would be a good idea to actually inject it into the starter base, because this plastic's a little sad at the minute. Little sad. And this oil really isn't accomplishing anything anymore. I mean, I could connect it up to the others, but it's not really worth having. So... a bit to hold up. Hook it up to the network grid. Network grid. Oh, that one doesn't need to be hooked up. This one does because it needs to be told what to supply. This one doesn't. It only goes by the train stop being enabled or disabled. So this one, because I got rid of the second train stop, which was because I couldn't brain out doing one train stop originally, so this one actually stops this time. I have no idea what that's for. But yeah, this thing, it depends entirely on this train stop being enabled or disabled. There's no wire request. Alrighty. Drop a few signals down randomly. That's not randomly at all. Where'd it go? There it is. That'll be make everything plastic eventually. You are the plastic. Empty cargo. And it's already off. Pretty sure at this point, because research is all infinite limited, I could actually make some satellites. Because it's all infinite limited, I could probably start making some satellites and just tick over a few, like mining, oh maybe not mining productivity, that way I can get rid of the starter patches. This is also just a crazy idea I have. Hi train. Based on a design I did was testing in the other base. So the idea is it unloads into these two chests here, do the bulk of the unloading onto belts, and then these two help speed up the actual train unloading and act as a bit of a buffer. I'm not sure if it's any good or not. I haven't done any benchmarking on it, but it's something I want to try out. Normally these ones you wouldn't do something, this sort of unloader, you wouldn't do something like that. You would do another chest which unloads onto another belt. But I figure this way, you know, depending on a split or anything. As I say, I'll see how we go with it. I haven't got any numbers on it as whether or not it's any good. And as such, it might not be any good. Certainly no good at the minute because there's no robo range. Yeah, it is doing 2. That. And lastly there. Not that I need 4 lanes of plastic in this place, because considering I can hardly use 1. Iron Wolf throwing out arrows. How you doing, Iron Wolf? How you been? It reminds me too, that MMO event, what was the total? I think it got just shy of 300 people online at once. I didn't see the end of it, but it was good fun. I mean, it was utter chaos. And a lot of people dropped off when Hapalis decided to flamethrower all of the forests. Like the entire map. If not most of it. I mean, we all blame Hapalis for it, but at the same time, I mean, he started one, and then I went up north and started an even bigger one, and then just to make Bold Vikings one even big, Forest Fire even bigger. It was a team effort. More spaghetti? Damn straight. What did I just plug that into? Oops. I was just looking at the plastic going along and saying, what have I plugged that into? Plastic burns, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure plastic burns. The idea of the buffer chests is we'll just pull anything that's in the network back into the buffer chests. Keep them out of the... yeah, like that. Keeps it out of the storage chests. Gotta have your starter base spaghetti. It's just a way of life. No landfill. Come on. I mean, sometimes you just gotta improvise. Ain't that right? Random, yeah, how you doing? Oh, well, there's a roboport in the way. It's perfect, isn't it? It's perfection. 10 out of 10. Wood belt items from A to B. Oh, this is going to get challenging. Not bad, kind of scared to attempt to make a Megabase. It is daunting the first time. And you do... Oh, you need more power. And it does get a bit daunting at first. This way is just to... Don't be afraid to use construction bots. Lots and lots of construction bots. And just experiment. We need to double nuclear. Which is easy. We just take this, copy, and then paste a new one down. Can even line up the substations, hopefully, maybe, possibly, not really. Actually, I could probably do it there. Right there. Get rid of that. Eh. Where do we even begin? It is a bit that way. No, that's... It does get a bit that way. It's like, where do you begin? And it's like, you need more... Well, you need more everything. So you need more everything. And so I started this way by moving oil onto its own site and then making something that can do a lot of what I need. Place where I start the Megabase this time is here. This page, this is called Kirk McDonald's calculator. This is a calculator, a Factorio calculator by Kirk McDonald. Can't figure that page out? It's... Yeah, this thing, it does have a learning curve to it. Main thing is default. Like, you don't even need to do the beacon thing. Main thing is you need to know that. Need that as default module as productivity. Maybe prefer it as blue. That's the only thing you really need to know. Oh, and minimum assembly machines, that. Beacons give you a speed boost. So if I... Yeah, see how these are 144.7? I change that to 0. See, now it's 2000. So what the beacons are doing is decreasing the number of assembly machines that are needed. That stupid number of items a minute. And this is how many modules are in those beacons. Factorio Lab, I just learned about today. It's similar to Coke McDonald. Coke McDonald's arguably isn't the best. That's why there was another one I used to use, which was Barry Kun, which was a lot easier to use. Yes, the number of modules in a beacon, and full beaconing, which is 12 beacons. 4 beacons? 4, 4, 2, 4. Yeah, 12 beacons. Factorio Lab. This seems very similar. Let's play around with it. Link it. The Factorio Lab. Hang on, let me. Oh, that's the wrong button. So that's Factorio Lab. Ew. Bad browser. And this one is the Coke McDonald. Yep, Stinson's here. I didn't even notice you coming in here. Let's make one of you. The hierarchy do. Okay. It's interesting representation. Question about producing productivity on multiple outputs. Which one gets the bonus if not at all? With productivity, generally all of the intermediates tab gets productivity. So if I bring this up, so everything in this window can have a productivity module in it, except for them. I think them as well, and them. So yeah, almost everything in here. In general, nothing in any of these tabs. Labs are the exception to that. Labs can have modules. Like, or any of the, oh, I suppose the production of any of these, and these can't be productivity moduled, and these. Fuel cells can be prodded? Okay. Might have been an earlier patch I'm thinking of. Also, hi Spenny. Yeah, satellite's the only thing that you can't put a productivity module in here. All of these tabs, you can't put a productivity module in the assembly machine to make them do that. Game, like oil presses in which output? It's the bonus. All of them do. So... Hey. Yeah, all of them. So these will all output extra heavy, light, and petroleum gas. Only one got it? No, all of them do. That's why it's so powerful with oil. Oh, remember with these only had 2 module slots. That was a strain and a half. Yeah, you just get an extra 30% on the recipe. 30%? Yeah, 30%. All productivities are applied across all outputs. You come to me. Yeah, the bonus is applied at the end of the crafting cycle. No, it's only 3 modules, 10% per module. Factorio Extended's 40% because you can put an extra module in. Ah. Yeah. Most importantly, fishies. Fishing time. Hey, data name. Yep, Shred Guy's Manly War Cry. I changed the title because I was saying Vanilla Megabase and then exclamation mark mods, and then it just confuses people. I mean, most people that come along just run random commands anyway, assuming that they are a thing. Best explanation? Oh boy, you're unprepared. Oh dear. Yes, that. Nice, Dinson. Aggressive as always. What do we need? We need 100 turbines, 100 pipes, 50 of them, 4 reactors. I'll do it. 100. That's 100. I think it was actually 96. I'll grab 98. So if you change the mods, you're running... If you to run it. That's fine. It will change. Just hasn't yet. There we go. I think there's a 1 minute cooldown on that. It's probably going to... The next one that's going to come up is probably auto deconstruct. Alright, let's warm up the reactors. Burner assembly labs, green circuits taking 3 copper wire and wood. Or 3 copper wire and then stone plates. Stone plates? They're going the old phenol route. Which everyone does. It's such a Minecraft thing. I mean, it's technically it's true, but it's kind of dumb at the same time. Landfill. I mean, it's not like you're already making, you know, fairly sophisticated plastics and all that, and then you just go make circuits out of phenol, wood or cellulose, whatever it's phenol. I'm now confusing myself. Made by process. It's a organic plastic made by processing wood. really flammable. I'm trying to think if it's is it nitrocellulate, that one? The one made of wood? Or is it phenol? I think phenol's slightly different. I really don't remember now. Nuclear? Doing nuclear is a good idea too. Focus on the task at hand. I'm half asleep right now, so I don't know which is which. Insert more coffee. Trying. It's just not helping. Yeah, whatever. Actually, I can go there. Even better. Yeah, it's only just heating up. One off? Always one off. Wouldn't be right if it wasn't one off. There we go. And power's good again. Gotta get your power. That'll get me going to about 1 gigawatt. How's this thing looking now? It's getting pretty full. Speed ones. I love how it's so inconsequential. You can just speed module. Just speed module it. Don't have to care at all. Alright, I need to more faster this thing. More red circuits is the best way to go. Seal more power, when activate more power, and afterwards. What even is that? Sleep. There you go. Prod mod, get extra shiny rock. So it doesn't really matter though. That's the thing with nuclear. It's just don't get like the way nuclear is balanced is it just doesn't actually matter. It's probably high time I added a few more of those too. Well, actually, let's rescue these. Seeing as though this thing can't really run at full speed anymore. How do you have 20 points? Oh. That's weird. Yeah, you had no hours. How do you have no hours? That's the second time that's happened. This actually already has prod 3s in it. Yeah, it's the second time I've had that happen. Excellent. Sneeze is also excellent. Moduling wise, oh, you still get the bonus from it. Now these should be, yeah, they're maxing out now. Yay, yellow build. Yay. Yay. What is the payoff rate? I don't actually know off the top of my head. Payoff in this case is well, it's not so much the payoff rate of the modules, it's more stretching this one belt of copper further than what it goes currently. What was it at? It would have been, yeah, around there. 623. Yeah, it would have been around 600 there. Unless that was the plastics. No, there would have been the plastic there. Just bringing it back up to 700 now. I'm up to, I think, 1,000. Would be about 1,000. 1.1. Actually have the cheat sheet command set up. Should have it set up. Very good page that is. Oh well, that'll give at least a small boost of circuits. What I really need though is a bit more smelting, and then the. Oh yeah, we do have the cheat sheet. Probably been there set up. It was probably set up so long ago that I've forgotten about it. Factorio Lab show how much research it consumes. I don't know actually. I only briefly looked at it. Smelting, I want it up there. I don't know how much circuit space I need, so I'm worried that I might need like an entire continent just for circuits. That'll be over here, potentially. Which means Spidertron Liberation time. Spidertron Liberation Squad. Actually, oh. Not really. And now modules are moving. Essentially what I need now is just to boost circuit production. Need to pump up that. Wondering how much more of the starter base I can dedicate to that. Because I don't want to expand mining in the starter base. Alright, I think a new smelter's in order then. Hey Samalander. Twice green circuits, even when it's blue circuits, it's green circuits. For me it's always been red circuits. Green circuits hasn't been too much of a problem. Usually isn't too much of a problem. Natural river, a lake or an ocean? Yeah, it's an inland lake within a continent. But the lake is so large it needs its own continent. What you? Give me that. Give me that. I definitely got rid of all the beacons. Yes. So right, the those enemies from Rise of the Triad. Give me that. Just steals your rocket launcher. Right, where do we leave off there? Fighting monster. Hey, what do you think if they made it so water was an expandable resource, like lakes could dry out? If there was a way to give a dynamic to it, then it would be okay. Otherwise, it would be annoying. More annoying than anything. Like, if lakes dried out, then you would eventually run out of water for nuclear, you'd run out of water for oil. It would, yeah, it'd be painful. The game would also have to calculate the volume of water in that space, which isn't entirely impossible. Like, you'd say shallow water has a certain ratio, deep water has a certain ratio. But then you would have to figure out where the boundary of shallow water is, because the game doesn't have any contour definition. It's just shallow water, deep water. There's nothing that defines the 3D contour, so you'd have to calculate all that. You'd have to calculate the volume of an arbitrary space filled with water, which isn't easy to do. Oh, there is a mod that does it. Is that not true? Or is infinite, though? Oh, yeah, true. Tile-based boundaries probably not too bad. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is it might not be explored. Like, I don't have this entire lake explored, so it needs to know the entire volume of the lake before it can do anything. It'd just be irritating, though. It's such a classic Minecraft mod idea. Neo. On a stack filter inserter. I put it right there. I plug it into one of these. There. I'm gonna filter furnaces. Like that. Change the outer edge. Yeah, you'd have it. The easiest way would be so you'd creep around. In fact, I'm gonna delete that and move it down here. Like that. So it would only dry up where you pump specifically. Then you'd just be playing the moving the pump game every 5 minutes, and that's where it gets annoying. Goal currently? So goal is currently to make more, or broadly make more modules. In the process of doing so, I mean, these things. Yeah, let's actually start seeing some modules. Broadly, I need to make the different builds. Eggs naturally felt from rain and stuff, without destroying the water in the power plants. Pumps game, much like cities. Yeah, it's something. No, there is rain isn't simulated. It's sort of assumed to be there. Yeah, I get what you mean. It just doesn't quite work. It doesn't quite pan out. It's like the idea of having. Rums was taken. Hi. It's like the idea of having the factory take damage over time. Like machines wear out. It becomes an annoying problem which you solve with construction bots. I'm sort of wandering around randomly. Right, next stage that we need is this. But I need to go find some lube. The feed this thing. Because it's hungry for lube. Oh, pipe was right there. Solve everything, pretty much. It goes to most of these things, you solve it with construction bots. Hang on to those. Right, you make me a bunch of them. I'm gonna need them. Maybe only 20. Actually, no. 50. Well, there goes all the iron. It's actually another, these are actually another red circuit sink, which probably isn't ideal. Right, so I want that general area. Might not be big enough. Hey, the sour pliz actually worked. Normally it doesn't work. Or at least it's 90% of the time it's never worked for me. Oh, actually that reminds me, speaking of things that don't work, I need to test something. Nope, still broken. There was a Stream Deck update which said they were fixing things intermittently not working. But it appears they are still intermittently not working. Oh, no, there they go. I can do those again. More importantly, I can get fish. Because that's very important in this game. Tasty, tasty fish. Soon to be future Spidertrons. Where are we at? Yeah. Problem is, I don't know how big this smelter is going to be. I mean, I could split it up into multiple smaller smelters, like iron and copper, and separate them. Yeah, things that don't work. What was the only channel that I follow that doesn't have a reply to chat feature? Interesting. It might be, like, it's nothing that I haven't disabled. It's probably because it's not beyond a threshold of some kind. There's probably some threshold. They're rolling it out. It's still not 100%. The feature's still not 100%. Now, do I do a full beacon or do I do an 8.8? Is the question. The thing to consider is that the old this 4K smelter was from there to like there, and here to here. Yeah, I need more space than what's got here, than what I've got here. Hmm. Alright. Let's go get more space then. Let's get more space. I think I need to get some more powerful rockets too. It's like 9 furnaces per lane. I can easily figure that out. If I bring up this thing. What is it? It's like 9.4... 3... 1.2... Okay. 8. Yeah, 8. It's actually 3, isn't it? 3.2. Yeah, no. 8. Yeah, 9. Spreadsheets are out. Damn straight. Let's get back home quickly. While the spider squad probably gets stuck on the water. Or make Excel, a combinator system that runs Excel. One of them was almost, 2 of them are almost smarter than the rest. Not that there really is any intelligence to these, it's just go from A to B. You, go there, damn it. And give me them. I say spiders so they can have a spider part thing. That would be entertaining. Excellent. Made short work of that. Alright, let's get our butts down here. Oops. Touch the controls. You go down there. Alright, I think we're clear of biters here. Sure, spider. Do your thing. Explore for me. You can do it. We believe in you. There you go. This is where Spider Squad really gets to be handy. Not having to creep them forward 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 constantly. First time you've seen the spiders? Ooh, these things are fun. So what I like to do is just have a little squad and then just line them up and then march them across spider bases. Like that. These things are armed with rockets and they have PLDs inside them too. So they just spray with rockets and then PLD anything that gets close. And yeah, 5 or 6 of them will easily just demolish anything in their way. I am. Oh yeah, you don't want to be filling them with nukes. They fire a little bit too danger close. I mean, just look at the trail of destruction that they leave. Just gotta watch their health though. Excellent, they're all gone. Can they repair themselves? The one that I've got will repair the others. But you can put roam reports in them, but I just haven't bothered. Yeah, I'll normally stay back with this one which has bots and repair packs in it. Oh, there's more biters. We're in behemoth territory now. Oh yeah, they are super flexible. Super duper flexible. The nice thing with the rockets too is that they don't overfire. You see it shot 2 rockets at that because it knew it was going to do enough critical damage. Well, not really critical damage as such, that's something slightly different, but it knew it was going to do fatal damage, I guess you could call it. Just give myself manual control over these. Hopefully I don't accidentally blow everything up. Oh crap, he's almost dead. That's not good. Reason you're taking huntsmen out for a walk or just enjoying the carnage? We need a bigger continent for smelting. So we're taking them out for a stroll. Yeah, this is a much nicer continent than up here. Up here is just a little bit tight for smelting. Down here isn't it a bit better? Or at least it's looking nicer. Stretching their legs. Stretching their missile launchers. As you do. So you gotta stretch your missile launchers, don't you? Very important. Also, very important is squatting up, that way they don't die. Look at him go. Screw that rock. Oh, I don't have all the PLDs equipped, don't I? Handcrafted your stretched missile launcher. What do I have to this thing? Ooh, I don't have it equipped anymore. Damn it! I came very well prepared. Some of them... oh, yeah, they're out. Well then. Better return. I thought I rearmed them. Or did I just use all, like, 2,000 rockets that I normally give them already? I mean, it's entirely possible. It is very possible. Poor biters. Just left, just wandering dazed in the confusion. Bad biter. Here's me coming through. This could take a while. Yeah, that'll sort that out. Oh, god damn it. Alright, stretchy pants. Who's stuck? You are. Yeah, this is looking a lot nicer. Maybe we'll do circuits up here then. These things. I was thinking down there, but no, that's probably a more reasonable space. Just have the have our slow bot. Oh, well. Needs more bot research then. You know what's bad when your bot research is high enough that this is your slow speed. Hey Penguin, how you doing? How you been? Abandoning the poor baby bot. Well, they're not going to get eaten by biters at least. Now just round out whatever's going on down here. And that should be good. Still don't know where to put nuclear. Over here is actually looking promising though. It's actually a bigger space than over here. Over here turned out to be a bit of a fizzer. Potential there too. You learned how to use YouTube Downloader. I'd say I haven't actually done it in a long time. Plastic train's out. It's great for Twitch. I have one that I use for Twitch called Twitch Leecher. I've used that for a long time. You can only get VODs though, you can't get clips or anything. Clips are a pain. That's running as good as it can. Although I could probably use better thingies. Modules, those things. I don't think I need any more of them. Here's my rockets there. Alright, line up. And an extra row. And one row. One row. One unit of row. So uncheck the other auto fire option, just to be sure. It's probably a good idea. Might as well have 2 rows then. Good measure. If it'll take it. Don't think it will. I'm not going to fire red circuits at biters. Don't be silly. Get rid of them. Three. Oop. Almost. Probably just wait for these to craft. I mean, what is that? It's... Yes. 8.4k. Does that count these? No. Now I was about to do something. Yes. Fill you with more repair packs. And also grab some PLDs, because I actually need PLDs. Repair packs. Shiny rocks. Okay. That's probably a good thing. Not entirely sure why I have an extra fusion reactor as well. Should have extra PLDs and shields. BP. Exclamation mark BP or exclamation mark blueprint. Blueprints? One or the other. Where's that bot at now? You know it's bad when you can't remember your own commands. Just straight up not having a good time. I want to repair, 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 I want to repair. Yep, still Shred Guy's Manly Will Cry. As I say, we're probably going to gain Auto Deconstruct, so maybe Spider Squad too. Hey Negi, how you doing? How you doing? There's that bot. See, all I wanted to do in life was repair. Yeah, no mods for the spiders yet, although Spider Squad would be nice. It's not gameplay changing, I'll only add mods which are non-gameplay changing. So this one, I want the science itself to be a vanilla experience. Oh, worried that was actually a bot floating. And there you thrown it.
Hi.
You did say hi. Thank you for that, what is that, 13 month? There's some love and hype. Oh, I can do that again. I can push the button. No, I can't. God damn it. There it goes. Almost works now. Stupid cliffs. How do you like that? You can get rid of cliffs now. Using nukes. There's something that I didn't actually get to test. Yeah, because this thing replaces the terrain, it removes the cliffs. Just delightful. Alright, Spideys. Off you go. Liberate the island. Costly way of removing cliffs? Nuke animations. They are crazy, aren't they? Wild. There's next batch of biters. That looks very unassuming. I'm going to assume that it's actually a fairly significant quantity of biters. No, it isn't. Usually I always get caught out with these. And they're a lot bigger than I think they are. I mean, it's nice that this continent is continuing down too. But it is pretty scary. It is. For a small bot-based science center, I want to get back to Factorio. I need to finish the last few texts to get into Megabase. Got something? Ooh, a little bot science build. I don't really have anything that'll do the job on hand. Oh, keep moving. Never stop. Can never stop. Never stop moving. How's our continent looking? Ouch. I think, actually, it's time I inspire the squad. Juggling those buttons is getting really annoying. Squad control. Yeah, that's starting to get annoying. Yeah, you have to use each one at a time, but there is a mod called Spider Squad Control. There we go. 1.1 is going to come with logistics for Spidertron. Yeah, so now we've got these extra buttons here. And I can just tick to follow the player. That. Follow player. And now they should just follow me. Excellent. That just makes this thing just floating death. How's that? But now it's suddenly so much more powerful. It's so much easier to control these things. Look at the rockets fountaining out of the Spider's formations. They sort of form a group using the Biter logic from what I can tell. From what it looks like. Yeah, they're just fountains of rockets. And to be careful of health. To be very careful of health. The rockets. How big is this continent? Jeez. Jeez! Rocket damage infinite research? It is, yes. It's one of them. Yeah, stronger explosives. Yeah, it gets pretty wild at the higher tiers. Oh. That'll be our friendly robot up here. Probably stand to add some shields to this thing. Just to give it a bit more strength. Or a little bit more ability to tank. Physical, but it also increase rocket damage? No, that only does your machine guns and stuff. The shields just went down instantly. I can also do that. And not worry about my squad. At least, oh, I still have to worry about the squad, but not as much as before. It's actually a nice area. I should have explored this first. Nukes in a spider? Better than snakes on a plane. Although that's like the original meme, that one. Testing explosive rockets don't seem to affect the spiders. Okay. Feels like the normal rockets are going further though. Like, like you can get more out of the regular rockets than the explosive. Might not be intended. Possibly. Depends on what the game stats say, if they're meant to be immune, nearly immune to explosive damage. Right, what are we at? 3.4k. 2.6k. Heyo! Factorio, 2-year break, started a new map and had your VODs on the second one of the guide you through the few changes that have been. Nice! I saw you'd been pulling up the commands too. I think I had the bot up open on the other screen. But it's good to see that good to know that you, I mean, the last few VODs have been helpful. Because that means that what I sort of intended to be a guide that any people could follow, and that means it's working. So I'm glad that's been helpful. What I save? Excellent. Damn, does this continent just keep on going? Let's see what's going on up there. Last time I played around with this mod, they did spread out a little more. Bit better. Precision tactical nukes. The only way I know they're fired is I see the thing start rotating. That the cooldown starts spinning. Just load them up into artillery guns. Real nukes. Or carpet bombing with nukes. What are the plans? I want to build something similar-ish to the previous one, but I also want to double it and also break it up into smaller chunks. Do a few other little hopefully interesting things. Oh, that's some biters. That didn't fire. That did fire. I think that did fire too. Yep. What's the range? No way you can find detail on the 1.1 spot. Yeah, there's they talk about it on there on the forums. Coming soon, TM. It's so sad. It went off in my face. It would be a little. Oop, nuke the trees. Like I'm not sure if they're more mad about me hitting the outskirts of their base or me hitting the trees. All the bots gone? Well, that's got bots at least. I have a feeling there's water here. But either way, this is a nice area. There's a stray bot though. Pair each other. Okay, you can see the nukes in map here, yeah, because it changes the terrain permanently. I mean, at least you can still concrete over the patch where the nuke's been. You can actually see where the mod's constantly updating the spider position. See the little dots come up. Them on the minimap. Seems like a reasonable amount of force. Is it yeah, it destroys concrete. It replaces everything with that tile. That nuke patch tile. Might be low on rockets. 2.6k, I suppose. 1.8, 2.6, 2.6. 2.6 to 1.8. You destroyed a bot. Very rude. And his text plates. Oh dear. Before you know it, people will be writing penises with nukes now. Visualize, expand power, expand nuke production. It's always the same. Wonder what's over here. Presumably more biters. Oh, got it. And I've still got 5 spiders, that's the important thing. Having 5 spiders is really important. Because replacing them is a pain in the ass. Gotta re-equip them all and everything. Being able to blueprint spiders would be handy. Or at least copy and paste the equipment grids. Which I think you can actually do that, can't you? Can't you copy and paste equipment grids? Or is it just... I know you can put the grids into chat. First. I don't know if you can actually... I don't know if you can actually... Yeah, you can link the contents, but you can't actually link something that you can use. Yeah, that's a nice bit of continent. How's this thing trucking along anyway? Keeping the modules busy. Like 8 modules in there. It's so much progress. Yeah, this thing's actually gaining modules. Too bad it's not gaining oil. Downside of this system is it's got to fill all these tanks periodically. This goes back to what I was talking about with the fluids. See, it's got to fill these with 5, 10, Now it's getting a little bit lower because it's getting closer to the pump. But yeah, see how it's... So it's probably enough in these tanks to actually fill that train and get it on its way. If it, yeah, 5, 10... That's basically an entire tanker wagon just sitting there. Because it's trying to equalize these pipes. So there's almost nothing in there. Almost nothing. It's trying to equalize the status bar. For those that missed out on last time. So this is it trying to equalize the status bar of the ratio of how much is in the pipe. So like that, that's like, you know, a quarter of 100 fluid. That's nothing. This is trying to do a quarter of 25k. It's about 6k, 5.46k. It's actually, because it's trying to equalize. The tank actually hogs a lot of fluid for no reason. Just a quirk of how the fluid system works. That's why tanks are bad. Tanks are really bad for that reason. So train's just sitting there going to sit there for hours because it's got to fill all those tanks in proportion. Ooh, crap. Taking some damage there. Oh yeah, pumps are really good. I could fix it by adding pumps between every tank. The downside is it has to fill all those tanks before it'll fill the tankers, so you've got to add combinators to fix it. It's just an ongoing struggle. And you sort of need the tanks there anyway because it's an oil outpost. You can't really not have tanks. I mean, you could. You could do just-in-time production, but there's no reason to have the pumps stopping. Better off just having them constantly pulling more oil out. In fact, we could go look at it, and I can do a combinator thing which would help it. Chonk chonk goes the shields. Yeah, oil is unlimited, so you might as well just keep it running all the time. The problem is time isn't unlimited, so you want to make best use of the time. And you don't want the train sitting there for half an hour waiting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks to fill. Well, the train's actually left to come back, that's why they're all empty. Oh, we have a stray bot again. Okay. The frontier's been liberated. I didn't expect to have land all the way down here. What you get for making assumptions about terrain. 8.6. Well, that's a lifetime supply right there. I could use that as nuclear as well. It's kind of central to the base, the continent the bases will be on. Yeah, now I just need to extend that down. Which I can sort of pre-do. That. You come down to here. I'm thinking about bringing the train controller system, maybe even upgrading it in this one, the vanilla train controller. Never have enough radars. What's the name of the train? Blueprint on Pastebin. This one is 2-lane segments V4 grid. It's probably near the bottom because it's one of the first ones that I did. Can't place ghosts in fog of war, especially with the new tile stuff there. Yeah. The thing is, you used to be able to do that back in version 15, and then they removed the ability to do it. Hello, sorry. You with nuclear power, solar is useless? Not entirely. You can do either or. Nuclear generally is so powerful that it'll do most of the work anyway. But for a megabase, you probably want to lean more towards either hyper efficient nuclear or solar. Data time for Pastebins? Yeah, that's why I'm seriously considering GitHub instead of Pastebin. Because Pastebin, like, it was nice originally, mainly because it outlived so many Blueprint websites. But it's getting to be a pain now to maintain, because everything's just a flat structure. It doesn't sort in any real sensible way. Great for PoE. Send that one up. Okay, is it too UPS intensive? It's... Yeah, nuclear is pretty good these days. But solar is the only zero cost, true zero cost setup. Hold up a second. Let's collect our bots back. I think it's actually squatting them at the position they're currently in. Oh, wise if you train the right side. Yeah, we're using we have hemispheric compensation. Normally it would be like that if I turn it off. There's a fairly detailed explanation about how it all works. Hemispheric compensation and the relative positioning, where you are in the world, and the side effects. And sneezes. Oh, turning off hemispheric compensation makes me sneeze though. There it is. Yep. Yeah, when you hit the squad thing, it goes by the position they're in when you press the button. I forgot about that. I see what you did there. This is how you do track these days, isn't it? Do fluids run the opposite way in Australia? Sure, why not? Oh yeah, train. Currently a train is way easier to restock right now, but you can't put bots in a train without a mod. I mean, I could just go 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And me. Excellent. Well, that little caper freed up some land. should lay it horizontally, like down here and then across. Normally I do them vertical. Spider trying to make walls pointless, prove me wrong. Well, walls weren't to keep players in, they were to keep biters out. Or biters in. Depending on how you look at it. Oh, then again, like, walls here were meant to keep Colonel Wills out. But I guess if you put Colonel Will in a spider, then you can just walk straight over, so... There is some... There is accuracy there. What are we actually entirely working on right now? 1k. Assuming 1k. 800. Right? Been consistently making 2.5 a minute. Seriously? Oh yeah. I guess I can do another build then. I mean, can and should are two entirely different things. Set fire to things, leave them unsupervised in a base walled in for too long. Does set fire to everything. Probably gonna regret doing this. Probably not enough supply to really make use of it. But at least it'll double it. I just don't want this thing to stop. Excelente. Away you go, the circuits. With 6k and 300. Still not even close to using a full red belt yet, so there's plenty more capacity, plenty more room. Now you, here just in time. Isn't it better to put speeds? Yeah, that requires actually putting speeds into the machines though. What I'm going to do for now is just keep boosting red circuits though. Request them. I'll request them. Okay. Didn't get stuff over here. Right about there. Productivity is probably more important. I think it might actually have all speed modules now. Looks like it does. Oh, not quite. And there we go. Found a few. Now I think I might actually have everything. Train still managed to yeet a few. Yeah, this is why it's called the module grind. Sit around waiting for modules. Although I'm making pretty decent use of my time elsewhere. I've got a better place for smelting now. Rate the oil-based modules. Now see here a minute. Going up by the looks of it. We're at 1k. It's like 1.1 to 1.2 now. Next step's probably to beacon these things. Yep, that's it. Yeah, 1.2. 1.2 is probably all I'm going to get out of it. Oh, 1 to 1.2. It's 1.1. Yeah, it's very likely... Oh, I'd have to move. I think this thing looks hard. Should have run a belt in... Run this belt inside if I really wanted to beacon it. Would have saved on inserters too. A little less fiddly with the long inserters. Oh well. Whatever works, whatever works. Oh, you're getting a little thin, that copper. Greens are hurting? Yeah, greens are... Well, this one never produced full belts, but the copper's starting to get thin. Which means I need to start working on smelting sooner rather than later. The first thing I'll do is actually turn that. It goes out and down. And I'll run smelting horizontally, like, or in there, plate out there, something like that. It's got tons of vertical room to work with. Got to paint over a patch though. Yeah, these smelters are done. Don't need them anymore. Oh, I do need more coffee though. Let's grab this one. Want to get out there in a hurry. Delete all that. Rotate that to there. Does it go blank? Yep, there it goes. You off to bed? In the VOD squad? Alrighty. Yeah, all of the VODs are up on YouTube now too. They're very least 1080. It turns out, even though it was saying it was HD processing, it was only the 1440 that was still waiting. So as long as they're 1080, I'll release them. There's no point waiting for the 1440. I think they actually finished processing. Yeah, they all finally finished processing, so they're all in 1440 now. Doesn't say there's any comments, but that doesn't mean it's accurate. Well, it says there's no comments, but that doesn't mean it's accurate. I mean... Let's go across here a little bit. Another T intersection in. Try and push this train down to here. So. Yeah, there'll do. What I want, this thing. Where'd I put it there? Now I can start bringing stuff for the smelter out here. Ideally. That's actually what I brought this out here for. Go in there, you go there, you go there. Craft one of them. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 4, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it on. We're gonna come in there. Get out of here. Just keep you. Right, things to keep. This is a smelter, so we want to keep them. We want to keep bots. And you. Substations. Getting power poles, I guess. Hang on. This is only things it really, really needs to keep. This is not including things to supply it. So if I deconstruct something, I want it to stay here. So it's more like ores and things. That. Brick. Plate. That. Even better. Copper and iron and brick. And don't forget steel. It's kind of important. Oh, this is just things to keep. This is not nuclear fuel. Well, this is only things to keep, not actually I got a better idea. This will probably be constant to all bases, that one. Yeah. Then I can copy paste these things. Or at least copy paste that. Yeah, so supply. This is things to bring. Say 50, let's not get too crazy. 50. We'll start off at 100. I say start off at 100. Up it up to 400. It's really going to underdo it, but no matter. Let's move over to this one. Train parts. Let's bring 1,000. It's definitely going to need a lot. Signals. Stack of each. U. N. 40. Actually, 20 and 40. I don't know what else it needs. Oh, roboports. Gonna need a few of those to help build things. Say 10 for now. Bring a few bots in. M. I need combinators. All the various control things. Probably need a lot more than that, but I will. It'll get done. The best thing about this thing is that, like, well, I can't put huge demands in right now, realistically. Let's really bring that one up. And anything after that, anything after that, we'll pick them as we go. Then for smelter, we need to add. It won't get added to this cycle, I think. Oh, it tried to. It's just going to trash it though. Trash it back. It shouldn't do that though. It should lock out anything once it reaches a certain point. Or at least it's supposed to. That's why I never released that one properly. It was always janky as. Actually, I think I did, come to think of it. But yeah, it was always a bit wonky. Alrighty. There's some trees. Sorry for the train before you need the left side because you can't place signal. Same now, you choose the other side. Huh? Right, train size do I expect to use? I don't know actually. I was aiming for 8 wagons, but I probably need bigger. I might need 16s. For the train before you needed the left side because you can't place a signal. Is that the same now? Or can you choose the other side? It's left-hand drive. Or do you mean I couldn't choose that side? Well, I can't get to that path. Already done. Yeah, I'm not quite following that. It's still doing its thing. I need like a pack stop as well. Which is something I rarely do these days. So I can add more stuff. I'll build it like as if it's expandable. Nine, I think it is. And the output one could just be like that. I gotta walk back. Better yet, have some pumps. Let's go visit the oil outpost briefly. Yeah, I'm actually thinking 416s might be the way to go because the other base was struggling a little bit on 282s. Let's start with 28s actually. 282s. But it was a lot of trains. It's either that or I go to an odd number. don't know. Either way, that forest can burn. And that one. And that one. Just cause. What I can do to this thing to change it up is add a pump to each one of these. That's... do that. Cut it off completely. And I don't have to connect it to the substation. But I can if I really want to. So they're all wired up. Okay, that one needs to go to the substation. Yeah, let's pull that back to there. Radar. Basically the averaging thing, only for pumps this time. Just gotta say less than or equal to 0. Or in this case, it gets a bit janky if you don't use the exact thing. Like that. Yeah, so that instantly directed everything to that one because it was empty. So it just helps speed up the transfer a little bit. That. Some visual indicators as well. Get out and do it here. Or there. Or sneeze. I'm sneezing a lot today. Hi, train. Bring here, allergy time? I'm not normally a big allergy person, normally. Although I have been getting more allergy-like time goes on. Look at it strobing. It's because it's filling this one. It's got to be less than or equal to. Oil gets a little weird. They're not empty. The key thing is that when this one fills up, it'll stop filling this tank. Hopefully it won't put much into it. If I did it right. The concept of the combinator loader and unloader, or loader in this case, still works for oil, but it doesn't quite 100% translate. There's a few little quirks, particularly because you're dealing with floating points. We're turning floating points into integers. See, it turned off, and it's basically got nothing in it. As the oil flows down, this will sometimes turn on, but it shouldn't try and store like 5 or 10k. There's a little bit there, residual, but which you can't do too much about, just because of the sloshing. That's where things get weird. You can sort of see it just jiggling up and down. This thing can't suck everything out of it, again because of the orientation thing. So this is grabbing a little bit, this is grabbing a little bit. It just wants to slosh about. These don't see anything though. But yeah, that should help, so the train isn't sitting there waiting for oil forever. When there's like 10k, 15, I think it was 28, 29k sitting there when I first looked. Another thing I was randomly thinking of was these should probably hold like 45k, not 25. Down it goes. 19. And these should hold like instead of holding 50, they should hold 200 or 250 or even 100 like they used to. I miss old barrels. The barrel nerf was pretty excessive. Filling time now? 0.2, yeah. There used to be like a 1 second craft time, so it took 1 second to fill 250. So now it's 50 to fill in 0.2. Problem is it's difficult to move that many barrels. It's inefficient by bots or by belts now. Sort of forced to use pipes. Yeah, what was this like? Never really understood the momentary buffer lag. Do you mean like this? It's actually quite a lot. As I say, there was 30 or 40. I think it was actually more like 40k of oil just sitting in tanks, not doing anything, because it was trying to equalize all the pipes. Like huge amount of oil sitting there, never doing anything, just slowing everything down. It sort of doesn't in a way. Hey, tiny honey bunny. How's our forest fire looking? Oh, you're actually getting close to spiders too. Barreling water by hand. I'm just keeping an eyeball on it to make sure it actually works. Yeah, see, these are not holding onto that oil now. So you're not waiting to fill tanks to then fill tankers. I mean, as you say, at the end of the day, it is actually marginal, but sometimes can make a difference. That 30 to 40k of oil that you shifted once for continuous cost of running many pumps and smarts. Actually, it's added a few more entities, but not too many. But yeah, it's like it's actually filling the train. It's not trying to fill tanks. It should only be filling tanks when the train's not there. It's funny because the train's going to be back in like 5 seconds anyway. That's why it doesn't really matter. Like it's not a game changer because that oil is never. It's just sitting there. It's never being consumed. It's never being used. It's just a number. It's like a fixed number. I can't think of a better way to describe it because my brain can't brain at the minute. It's just a fixed number that it sits at all the time. It's not like 0 or whatever it buffers at. Waiting for the train. constant. That's, yeah. It's just a constant level that it sits at that never contributes. Yeah, it's a constant that doesn't contribute. So it kind of makes the tanks inefficient, makes the train inefficient. Yeah. Oh dear. That's what happens when you only have like 4 hours sleep. Could actually benefit from some speed modules too. I think starting to see some speed modules. I should actually design a smelter at some point too. How about I go... economic dead weight loss. That's, yeah. That's the sort of thing I was trying to think of rather than... That's why I didn't have constant in mind. It's just dead weight. It's a dead weight loss. That's, yeah. That's the kind of thing... That was what I was sort of trying to think of. Anyway, as I was saying, I think... Like, at the end of the day, you're not actually losing production as long as the pump jacks are still running. It's just dead weight. It matters more... it'd matter more in a little bit further on from now, a little bit down the line, once the oil base really starts needing that supply. Anyway, yeah, I want to take a quick break here, and then we'll start on the smelter.